Okay, Kier, so an opportunity to keep up within the pack for top two. We come back from 1-0 down to take a point away from Longlevens. While we had a goal disallowed for offside, I believe, we had chances to get the 3 points, but we just couldn't get them. You must be really disappointed after that one.
Yeah, disappointed with the point based on obviously league positions for us and for them, but on balance of today, under the circumstances, good point in the end, because we were not at the races first half, and probably deservedly went one down. Controversial, the goal, bit of confusion of the linesman flagging one way for the throw in. Their lad picked it up and chucked it straight in behind our defence, and they went on and scored, but the referee apparently had overruled the decision, but there was just a lack of communication or a pause in the game to clarify what the decision was. So obviously very disappointed with that. We had a huge penalty shout in the first half, that you will probably see on the highlights. Wasn't given. Another really big penalty shout on Dan Demkiff in the second half, waved away, and then deservedly get one to equalise through Callum again, and then Dan's screamed one in from 20 yards, and the flag's up for offside for something in the build-up, which again, I don't think any player's even gone near the ball, and the flag's gone up very early. So look, on the day, it's going to read 1-1 and drop points for us. But under the circumstances of some of the decisions today, and I'm not saying that they were wrong, and you can check all of my interviews that I've had of you since I've come to Corsham. I've never once blamed the referee or any officials once, but I feel really hard done by today on some of the major and key decisions that have gone against us. I think once you watch your highlights back, and hopefully the referee gets a chance to watch them back as well. Look, we're all human. Everyone makes mistakes. It's part and parcel of it. But, you know, if one of my lads makes a mistake through an own goal or gives a penalty away or doesn't take a chance, they're the first ones to hold their hands up in there and say it wasn't good enough. So hopefully if that comes out, then you know, we'll get a message and say that he's missed one then, because you don't get the opportunity to watch him back, and it's that split moment decision. But you think of the key moments today: their goal, 2 penalties, and a really strange offside decision for the winner for us. And it's hard, it's frustrating, and you don't want to lose your cool with anybody. But I feel like today we've been robbed of 2 points. Instead of one. But you know, we'll lick our wounds. We won't dwell on it, and we'll move on to Tuesday night now, away at Roman Glass.
We really came alive in the last 10 minutes. Are you disappointed that maybe we didn't have that same sort of intensity throughout the start of the game, and maybe we wouldn't have found ourselves 1-0 down? Yeah,
I think so. I think obviously it's hard to get a foothold in the game here. It's probably the worst pitch in the league. You can't play football on it. It's so bad. The wind was howling, and then the sun came out at the start of the second half, and it made it really difficult to even compete for long balls. So, look, we came alive in the last 10-15 minutes because we were chasing the game, and we could be a bit braver because we had nothing to lose. When it was at 0-0, obviously you're looking for your ball players to come and get on the football and create something. We didn't probably test their keeper enough. He probably made two saves the whole game. That comes for us being a little bit cleverer with creating different opportunities instead of just relying on set plays. But again, we've scored from another really good set play today to equalise. And on another day, that's comfortable because, you know, the key decisions go our way. And I don't think they were difficult ones. The penalty in the first half is absolutely mind-blowing how it's not a penalty. And look, if refs and officials come out and say they've made a mistake after and say, look, I may have missed it, that's absolutely fine. But it's no different to one of our boys missing a chance or anything like that. I get that, but you're obviously going to feel very sour about the manner of all the decisions in one game going against you. You're going to feel like that was sour grapes from me. But it's just the reflection of how I feel after the game. And again, I'm looking now to have reactions from the boys going into Tuesday night, which would be a tough game. Roman Glass absolutely flying at the moment. So we need to obviously put maybe the disappointment of the result down, but we finished on such a positive display. And again, like with that little bit of luck, the linesman communicates better with the referee to disallow their goal and maybe give our goal. It's fine margins. But after the game, I actually feel like, you know, last season we lose that and we don't get a point. So hopefully, come the end of the season, it could be very important.
Last season, one of your biggest criticisms of the team was that we were drawing a lot against teams that we probably should have beaten. This season, got a point today. We drew against Shrivenham. Is that same ick still there, or is it still the same problem?
Yeah, I think so. But I think the difference with the Shrivenham one, this is very early in the season, and I compare this to last year. We were leading the game. We've always been ahead leading, and then we give away a soft goal and we drop points. Today, I feel like we've gained one. Okay. We were 1-0 down, and we kept knocking on the door, and we get that equaliser, and and it keeps the unbeaten run going again now. 3 unbeaten, great result down at Hereford. Followed that up by the Corsham Vaz game, and then a point down here. So look, that's the difference I feel from last season. We would have lost that 1-0 because we would have only had one reliance on Higgs. This year we've got Neeks, we've got Callum, we've got Dan, we've got Bathy, we've got Pitty. When Higgs is fit and back raring, we're going to be firing on all cylinders again. And it's a long old season. Point down here, not the worst. Lick our wounds going to Tuesday.
And lastly, did you have a man of the match for us today?
Probably Nath for me. Just constantly keeps us ticking all the time. I thought defensively we're pretty solid. Jeppo had a good debut. He'll probably want to do better with a goal. But all in all, like handling in talking to lads, his kicking was really, really good. So pleasing debut for him. Back four was steady. Didn't really give them too many opportunities, but we just lacked that creative spark up front, and that comes with obviously the territory here, windy, bad pitch, and we have to find different ways to win. Unfortunately, just didn't quite have enough for us to get over the line for 3 points today, but delighted with the point. Delighted with the point, maybe not the right word. Happy and satisfied with the point, considering the circumstances of the game today.